Welcome to The Top, the podcast that provides you with what you need to succeed in the real estate world. Brought to you by the Collin County Association of Realtors. Get ready to tackle top real estate topics in bite-sized amounts with CCAR President Shauna Acquisto and Jonna Fernandez, CCAR's Chief Operating Officer.
Hi, Shauna.
Hi, Jonna.
Welcome to The Top.
I'm happy to be here.
So am I, and I'm looking forward to speaking with our guest today. We're joined by Shrum. She is with the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County, and she's our Corporate Relations Manager. Thanks for joining us, Kara.
Thank you all so much for having me today.
So, Kara, the work of the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County is so important. Can you please share with our listeners the work the center does and what makes it so special?
Absolutely. So the mission of the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County is to provide safety, healing, and justice to families and children victimized by abuse and neglect in Collin County. We are the only nonprofit organization that provides comprehensive support services for these children and families going through very difficult times. Crisis has hit their families. What makes us unique is we provide all of these services at no cost for the children and the family members. And it carries the family through the entire process. From the moment the child comes in and tells their story through a forensic interview, it happens in our facility. We also provide short-term and long-term support for the families through family advocacy, which helps the family navigate through this very confusing process. And then ultimately, we also provide therapy and counseling at no cost for life for the children and the non-offending family members.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So when these clients come in through our doors, essentially they are clients for a lifetime, or they can come back for services when they need it.
Wow. And that is so important. And, I wish this work wasn't necessary, but the reality is it's a big need in our community. Do you have a number as to how many families your organization has served in its lifetime, and how active is it on a day-to-day basis?
So since our founding in 1992, we have served more than 85,000 children and family members.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have a number in terms of how many families that is, but when you think of, that is the individuals that we're serving.
Wow, that's astounding.
It is. And we serve 100% of Collin County with no wait list, which we're really proud of to do.
Wow.
It's a lot of families that come through our doors on a daily basis during the course of the year. Last year we had nearly 4,000 children and family members come in through our doors.
Oh wow.
Gosh.
So on any given day, we have families come in for forensic interviews. We have families that come into our activity center and where our staff provides child engagement before they have their interview and they tell that painful story. But the cool part is they likely only have to tell the story one time, so they're not re-victimized by that process over and over again to tell that story. We also see families come in for therapy and counseling. About 100 clients a week is about how many we see. In the course of a month, we have about 120 kids that come into our activity center. So on any given day, there's needless to say, a lot of activity going on at the Advocacy Center.
Wow. So you just opened a new facility, and how are the services divided between the two?
Interesting enough, we provide the exact same services in Plano that we do in McKinney, which includes everything from forensic interviews to therapy. And we have a rainbow room in both facilities, which provides new clothing and hygiene products for the families and children. It's amazing to see how our multidisciplinary team, which is we call the full collaborative approach that we do, which includes law enforcement, CPS, the district attorney's office, and our staff, the fact that we can provide the same services and not miss a beat between the two facilities. Wow. So both facilities are pretty busy, but I will say about 60% of our new cases come in through McKinney doors, and that facility has now been open over a year. It opened last September.
Wow.
So it was needed.
Very much.
Yeah, gosh. So I know that I'm so appreciative of the work that you guys do, and I know CCAR is proud to be a long-term partner of the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes, and we have our annual holiday breakfast coming up on Thursday, December 14th. And for anyone who would like to support this incredible organization, you can visit ccar.net/holiday-breakfast for more information.
I can already hear the holiday music and everything.
Go.
It is
so
one
exciting.
of my favorite, events that we have, and it's just very special. And you guys come and share, and it's really amazing to be able to do that at that time of the year.
To add to that, I looked in our history, and it looks like you guys have been supporting us for 29 years.
I knew it had been a long time. I
Yes.
didn't realize it had been that long.
And we have been an organization as of October for 31 years.
Oh,
wow.
so almost since the beginning.
Almost since the
That's
beginning.
awesome. Well, we really, that's near and dear to our heart. So, Kara, if someone is listening to this after the holiday breakfast, are there still ways they can support the center?
Absolutely. A lot of people think about the need very abundantly, around the holidays, but the reality is abuse doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's not an 8 to 5, Monday through Friday issue where we're done. And we do have an emergency team on call 24/7 on the holidays and weekends to make sure that kids, get removed from an unsafe environment. So if you're interested in learning more about the center, the first thing I encourage you to do is look at our website. It is such a powerful, abundant resource for information about special events, special projects coming up, reading about our Rainbow Room, which is a great way to support the center, because we need the new clothing and hygiene products every month of the year. We also have an Amazon wish list on there for, the most recent need, the most of the greatest need. And thinking about the calendar coming up, our next big event is our gala. So if a big party is your scene, we have a date for that, April 6th in 2024. It seems weird to say 2024, but here we go. Here we go. We have a back to school fair in the summer. So if collecting backpacks or something like that is your thing, that is a great way to benefit. Actually, last year, or in 2023, now I guess I can say last year, we served more than 800 kids through the back to school fair. Wow. And that is a great way to make an impact for the kids as well. And really the best way that you can experience what the center does firsthand is come to the center for a tour. Whether that's the Plano facility, if that's closer to you, or the McKinney location, anyone on our development team would love to host you.
Wow, thank you. Sounds like lots of opportunities to get involved and help out.
Absolutely.
Very good. So, Kara, do you ever hear testimonials or have visits from families that you've helped in the past?
Because of what we do and the fact that these services are available for the lifetime of a child or a family member, their confidentiality is number one priority through that entire process, which could be their lifetime. But we do have situations where clients will share, their gratitude for the services that we provided. And also, they'll remember details about visiting the center, and they will share that with us. They remember being in the activity center and what a positive experience that was. They remember after the forensic interview when they go into the teddy bear room and they pick out a furry friend to take with them, because that represents the hope of the future for them. We often have our leadership team, especially our COO or CEO, receive letters and phone calls from clients saying how much that meant to them and how they take that teddy bear with them to college and they still have it. Because odds are, if a client started out with us, they're well into, I get goosebumps about it, but they're well into adulthood now. They're having to make decisions for themselves. They are accomplishing all these life milestones, that all of us get excited about. But this may bring up a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions that they're trying to process, which is why they can come back to us anytime in the process.
Gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I would say it's got to be so rewarding for you to see that full circle from someone who was, affected and impacted and helped by the center. It's
absolutely
amazing.
And I'm really just a messenger for what we do, because I don't see these clients come in through our doors day after day, but we hear about stories, we hear about cases that come in, and I admire our program staff so much, our family advocates, our forensic interviewers, our therapists, for what they do on a daily basis. Because I could not do it at all. For sure.
Well, thank you so much, Kara. And before we let you go, is there anything else you would like our listeners to know?
Thinking about this process, a lot of people ask us, how do we know it works? Like, what is the statistic? What is the monumental piece of information that makes it realize, oh, this process really does work? We had a 95% conviction rate last year.
Wow.
And it fluctuates from year to year, but I think that is a testament to what we do, the collaboration we do, and how our partnerships in the community really help us make this work.
Mm-hmm. Gosh. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, thank you for your time and for sharing your story and the impact that your organization makes in Collin County. Thank you so much.
Thank you to CCAR for your impact that you've made. And it just means so much to the children and families that we serve, our staff. I'm just a representation of, more than 60 professionals on the staff, and then more than 200 professionals total, when you combine everyone together. And we're just so thankful for this continued partnership and what it means. Thank you so much for also this opportunity to generate awareness for what we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kara.
For those listening, thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget to subscribe to Welcome to the Top wherever you get your podcasts. Also, leave us a review and let us know how we're doing. If you have a question or topic you'd like us to discuss, we want to hear it. Email us at ask@welcometothetop.com, then listen to hear us cover it.
We can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for listening. I'm Shauna Quisto. Let's keep building for our future.
Special thanks to our hosts, Jonna Fernandez and Shauna Quisto. Producer, Bree Westbury. Audio engineer, Mike Maples. Outreach and Guest Relations Manager, Kendall Crawford. And podcast administrator, Sean Offsall. Tune in next time, and don't forget to enjoy your journey to the top. The statements made by speakers in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views or position of the Collin County Association of Realtors, its leadership, or its members. This podcast is not intended to give legal, financial, medical, or other advice, but simply to provide information as a springboard to further discussion and investigation.